Hello, dear students. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Konark Classes. Konark Classes का YouTube channel पे आपका स्वागत है. Now, in continuation of our previous discussion on numerical problems based on permutations and combinations, so today we are going to solve these two questions. Okay, as you see in the board, and let's proceed. Let's concentrate on the first question. How many numbers greater than 1000000 can be formed by using the digits 1202424? Okay, so if you look into this, that the number greater than this one, so it is a 7-digit number, right? And also the number of digits what has been given to us is 7. That means 1202424, 7 digits, but not all distinct, by the way, because 2 appeared 3 times, 4 appeared 2 times. So the one way to approach this question is that let us arrange all these 7 digits as given, not all distinct, in how many ways. Okay, then from there we will subtract those numbers which starting with 0, correct? Because as the number has to be greater than this, so starting number 0 should not be allowed. Starting number is possible with 1 or 2 or 4. It cannot be 0. So what I said, dear students, is that just a minute. What I said, dear students, is that what the digits what we have here is that 1, then 2, then 0, then 2, then 4, then 2, then 4. So if we notice, it is 7 digits in which the digit 2 appeared how many times? 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times, let me write, not to confuse with digit and the number of time it appeared. And the digit 4 appeared 2 times. So now, as our number, the number what we are going to form is 7 digits. So let's first find the total number of arrangements of 7 digits, okay, in which not all are distinct, in which 2 appear 3 times. That means there are 3 objects of kind 2, we can say. 2 objects of kind 4. That means it is 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. I am not computing the value, you can compute it very easily. So these are the number of ways, these are the different arrangements, okay, of constructing 7-digit numbers. Now in all those 7 digits number, there will be numbers starting with 0. So 7-digit number, na? So if we write this 7-digit number, 7 placeholder here, show how it will be looks like. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 7. So all these digits, if you keep it here, the total number of arrangement is 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. Now out of all these arrangements, we need to exclude those arrangements which are starting with 0. That means whatever will be 0 here, we should not consider. Why? Because to give importance to this particular statement, greater than 1000000. Okay, so to give importance to that particular statement, 0 should not be there. Now tell me that if we find that all the possible arrangements in which it is starting with 0, then we can subtract those number of arrangements from this, then you will get the number of arrangements of these digits not starting with 0, correct? So if this is the case, if we fix this as 0, then how many digits are remaining? 6 digits are remaining. Out of those 6 digits, 2 appeared 3 times, 4 appeared 2 times. So what will be the number of arrangements? So it will be 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. and we should subtract. This is a subtraction. So these are the required number of ways. Did you get the point, dear students? Okay. First is that, let me summarize, that first we take all the 7 digits, okay, not all distinct, and the possible number of arrangement is 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. Now from those arrangements contain the digits starting with 0 and contains the digits not starting with 0. So now as our question is that we need to find the number of arrangements where the digits not starting with 0, that means the other way we can say that digits are the numbers are greater than 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. That means we should subtract all the possible arrangements of the digits in which it is starting with 0. And what is this number? Factorial 6 by factorial 3 into factorial 2. Now if we compute this value, so what we are going to get, let me write it down, okay. So we are going to get, so factorial 7 by factorial 3 into factorial 2 becomes 420, and factorial 6 by factorial 3 into factorial 2, it actually equal to 60. So 420 minus 60, that becomes 360 is the answer. Okay. Now this is the most convenient way of addressing the problem. Okay, this question. Now there is other way also you can address this question. How you know? So think about these 7 digits. Now we are going to find the digits starting with 1. If we find we are approaching the same question in a different method, but it will be little lengthier. Then why you are doing so? Because it is good to approach a question in different way as long as the learning is concerned. Okay, so it will give you the clarity of understanding in a question and how to approach towards solution. The second approach, so this was what it was. It was the first approach. Okay, the first approach. Okay, now we are going to discuss the second approach. In the second approach, dear students, what we are going to do is that so we are going to find all the digits starting with 1. So that means what? If we find that all the digits, so it is a 7 digits. So first one is fixed with 1. Then all this one, that remaining is how many digits are there? 6 digits. Okay, so out of those 6 digits, what we see, that 2 appeared 3 times, okay, and 4 appeared 2 times. So that means 2 appeared 3 times, okay, and 4 appeared 2 times. Correct? So in how many ways we can make this arrangement possible? That starting with the digit 1, that should be 6 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 4 factorial. Correct? Now if we compute that value, 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial, what we are going to get? So one thing is that 3 times it is, 2 is 3 times and 4 is 2 times. So it should be 3 factorial by 2. Okay, sorry, I made a small mistake here. Okay, let me repeat. So 2 appeared 3 times, so it should be 3 factorial, and 4 appeared 2 times, so it should be 2 factorial. Let me repeat to eradicate any confusion, is that we are going to start with the formation of the digits starting with 1. The moment we fix that starting digit as 1, how many digits we are left with? 6. We can make any arrangement of these 6 digits. That means 6 objects, not all distinct. Out of those 6 objects, we see there are 3 objects of one kind, that is digits are 2, and there are 2 objects of kind 4, that is digits are 4, another kind is 4. So what are the possible number of arrangements? Factorial 6 divided by factorial 3, because the digit 2 appeared 3 times, so that is why factorial 3, into factorial 2 because the digit 4 appeared 2 times, so that is why it is factorial 2. So what is the value of factorial 6 by factorial 3 into factorial 2? that becomes the number 60. Okay, so this is what is the digits start with 1. Now dear students, let's concentrate on the digits starts with 2. Okay, if we concentrate on the digits starting with 2, then what happens? There are 6 digits left with. Now out of those 6 digits, what we see is that the 2 appeared how many times? 2 times, not 3 times, because already on 2 has been considered here. So 2 appeared 2 times, okay, and 4 appeared 2 times. Correct, dear students? Okay, and 1, then 0, and then 1, 0, they are all distinct, appeared once. Okay, 1 appeared once, 0 appeared once. So what are the total number of arrangements? 6 factorial divided by 2 factorial, because that 2 objects are of kind 2, that is digits 2, and 2 objects of kind another kind, that is digit 4. So total number of arrangements should be factorial 6 divided by factorial 2 into factorial 2. So what is this value? The value factorial 6 divided by factorial 2 into factorial 2, it should be 180. Now dear students, let's find the digits starting with 4. So in 4, what will happen, dear students? That if we find the digits starting with 4, okay, so we will fix it as 4. Okay, then how many digits are left with? So digits we are left with 6 here. Now out of these 6 digits, means 6 objects, out of those 6 objects we see 2 appeared 3 times, correct? So the digit 2 appeared 3 times, okay, and the digit 4 appeared only 1, because 4 is already fixed here. So that means that 4 we should not consider actually. 1 time means it is distinct. So in how many ways we can make that arrangement possible? That should be factorial 6 divided by factorial 3. Correct? So now if we find the value of factorial 6 divided by factorial 3, we are going to get the value as 120. Now dear students, what we get is that first we found the number of the number of numbers, okay, which are starting with 1, that is 60. Okay, then we found the number of numbers starting with 2, that is 180. Then we found the number of numbers starting with 4, that is 120. So the required number where the the total arrangements where the numbers is greater than this number 1000000 is that it should be addition of 60 plus 180 plus 120. So 60, the required number, plus 180 plus 120, and that is equal to 360, which is matching with this number. Here we got now 360. That was the first approach, was the most easiest approach. Second approach also I discussed, just to, as I explained earlier, that we should approach a question in different ways to have our clarity. Now let's concentrate. So we are done with the first question. So now, sorry, the fourth question. So now let's concentrate on the fifth question. The question here is that in how many ways can 5 girls and 3 boys be seated in a row so that no 2 boys are together? Okay, let me clean this part of the board where I am going to discuss the solution. Okay, so as that no 2 boys will be together, okay, so let us first place these girls. How many girls? There are 5 girls. Okay, so here I am writing G, 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 G and G. So the G represents the position of the girls. Okay, now that where the boys will be placed, so boys the one boy can be placed here, here, here where I marked the star, okay, here and here. The place where I marked the star, if we place the boys there, then we are able to satisfy the condition and give as given in the question that no two boys are together. No two boys are together. Correct? So now how many positions? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. There are total 6 positions. Out of those 6 positions, we need to fill how many boys? 3 boys. That means out of 6 distinct objects, we need to take 3 objects. In how many way we can make the arrangement? 6p3. So 6p3 is the number of possible arrangements of the boys, so that no among these 5 girls, so that no 2 boys are together. That is done. Now for each of these arrangement, we can make the permutation among these girls. Okay, so these are the position of the girls, right? You can name G1, G2, G3, G4, G5. These are the 5 girls. Now those 5 girls can be make arrangement among themselves in how many ways? Factorial 5 ways. So here comes the principle of multiplication. For each of 6p3 arrangements of the boys, of 3 boys where no 2 boys are together among these girls, then we are able to make that arrangements of the girls in factorial 5 ways. So this is 6p3 into factorial 5 is the required number of ways, and I can write it down here. What is that value? 6p3 into factorial 5. So we can write it here is that 6p3 is that 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 factorial. Okay, 6 minus 3. Generally I always compute taking from my notebook, but here let me do it. So 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 factorial means 3 factorial into 5 factorial. So that is equal to, we can write 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial into 5 factorial. We can write 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, and in the denominator we can write 3 factorial, and that 3 factorial will get cancelled with the numerator 3 factorial. Now if we multiply all these numbers, we are going to get the number as 14,400. Okay, 14,400. Okay, so these are the number of ways 5 girls and 3 boys can be seated in a row, so that no 2 boys are together. So I hope you got a very clear idea about the steps and the process to be followed in solving questions on permutations and combinations. Again, we will come up with some relatively complex problems in our future sessions. Let all these basic sessions get over, then I will come up with my video lecture containing more advanced topics on permutations and combinations and relevant questions. Till then, please watch all these videos, provide your comments, and we will meet in future. Thank you very much.